Be smarter, Kappa. By the way, I will point out, because there's a lot of people here who talk down to the gay son that I had at the start of this playthrough. Duke Wolfnoth, even though he too is homosexual, has still done good by the House of Grey, and he has sired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children, including 1 male heir, and that is all that we expect of the people in this game. Oh, there you go then. You found his boyfriend. Yeah, probably. It's like Alan Turing. Like to think you do it okayly. Not humble enough, though. Well, I mean, false humility is just as bad as anything, right? I think I was actually talking with Jesse and Clara about this, both in terms of, well, any creative endeavor, either the design of a game or doing a stream or something like that is, I mean, it comes back to Polonius's advice to his son, Hamlet. Everybody knows this, the saying, to thine own self be true. I think there's a lot of people who are, a little too willing to, I think it's one thing to have models and to look up to people, but I think some people are sometimes a little too willing to not assert their own view. So what you may have heard in the background is a Facebook message. So I would like to take a moment to give a shout out to a very special friend of mine. Her name is Sophie. She is currently studying economics in Paris. She is somebody who joined me during what I consider to be my first official stream, my Extra Life stream, because she is located on the continent. She got to keep me company during the long and dark and lonely parts of that stream. And at the very end, when we were very close to our goal, she was the one to make an extremely generous donation that brought us over the edge. So she's not joining us in chat, but she is enjoying us over her breakfast, which of course, because I did mention being in Europe, we must assume involves a croissant. But this is definitely somebody who I have enjoyed studying classes with, somebody who I think one of my professors who wrote my letters of recommendation said she always remembered us in class because we were always arguing about something at the start of the day. But yeah, just wanted to take a minute to say hi, thank you for tuning in, and I wanted to let chat know who was watching. No brioche, but it's close. Thank you, Sophie. And as you can see here, I am playing England. But we've got France here, and France is not Francing as well as your France, because of course there's still Aquitaine and Brittany and Burgundy, all of these areas that, obviously we are just still in the year 1098, so I suspect there's still time for France to take over these territories. But I don't know, this is looking a whole lot like the British Empire already. I wish these good people of the house... What house does currently have France? House Welf. Not one I'm familiar with. Anyways, I don't know anything about this history, so maybe I should stop talking about it. Aquitaine seems to be doing pretty well. Aquitaine had been conquered by Hispania, which you would think is Spanish, but no, it's Muslim. Holy crap. Castile is completely gone. So yeah, it does look like Italy is actually attempting the Reconquista. But yeah, Aquitaine was basically cut in half by Muslims. So we actually, I got to participate in the crusade to reclaim Aquitaine. I'm sort of focusing on my own affairs right now. With any luck, I will be able to change the succession laws finally. That will be in August. And again, I lose another 100 prestige because I don't want to get myself involved in a war when I want to change my succession laws. At least my vassals have stopped fighting each other, so decline. But yeah, that's a really good observation, Taoism. It doesn't seem that Italy's attempting the Reconquista. And I completely forgot, we've got three provinces full of heretics. So let's send my court chaplain to start fixing it. So we'll go to Durham first. Get these people who believe that bishops should swear vows of poverty and not claim lots of money. Who thinks like that? I mean, the problem is I'm trying to hold back the tide with a broom. The moral authority of the church right now is 30.5 on a scale of 0 to 100. So I have a feeling that every time I try and suppress a heresy, it's just going to come back in another province. But we'll do what we can. Oh, did the stream just cast for anybody else? Black Dahlia, I don't know. And I know Jesse Quill is agreeing with my sage advice, which I completely, stopped halfway through because I wanted to greet my very dear friend. Not that I'm blaming her at all. Yeah, I lost track of chat for a little while. If the stream is not working for anybody, please let me know, and I will do my best to fix it. Pope Hyginus II has died and has been succeeded by Pope Severinus III. Again, I'm not that worried about it just because I've got my own problems to deal with on my continent. I think because we got some new viewers and I should be talking. It's all the nice friends' fault. Fate smiles upon me and my wife, Richera, is pregnant. Again, just a quick reminder, I am a 62-year-old king with my 16-year-old wife. There's a reason this guy has 3,617 prestige. It's working fine for you? Oh, Ned2K, I don't believe I've seen you in the channel before. Thanks for stopping by. And thank you for the feedback. What was I going to say other than bragging about my 16-year-old wife? I should maybe recap what we were trying to do with this guy. So we have got a problem right now where the majority of the realm has seniority succession. So the oldest member of the bloodline will inherit the kingdoms. The problem is that when I took the Kingdom of England, they had Gavelkind succession, which means that it's split up evenly amongst my sons. So if this guy dies, England will go to somebody who doesn't inherit the empire and the kingdoms. So what I've been trying to do is implement seniority succession in England, and for whatever reason, the game has said that I haven't been king long enough, even though I've been on the throne longer than the required 10 years. So what I'm hoping is that this elderly man stays alive long enough to be able to change the succession laws so that I can make sure everything is held by my heir. 9 kids. Well, they did just get married. My previous wife died. She was 39, and I think I was like 61 at the time that she died. And my first wife died at age 38, so this guy's been through a few wives. Could I destroy the Kingdom of England, worst case? I could, although I believe because I am the Emperor of Britannia, I would... I mean, this guy's going to be a vassal for me anyway, so it's just really a matter of me seizing that title. Oh, looks like I can't destroy the title of England. Oh, you can't destroy England because the succession type is Gavelkind. So if I wanted to get rid of England, I would have to switch from Gavelkind, but if I could switch from Gavelkind, I wouldn't want to destroy England. So it's a bit of a catch-22 it put me into. Yeah, Ned2K just covered me there. Thanks. And we have more... Ooh, actually, lower crown authority in Scotland is becoming a bit scary. So, Aelfric of Britannia, my son, the traitor. Let's send the spy master to change his mind. The good news is, where we were starting off nearly bankrupt, we've got a fairly decent bankroll now. Now, part of that was borrowing from Jewish moneylenders and then expelling them before repaying the loan. I kind of thought that this guy would be dead before the consequences of that came through. So what I just do periodically is spend my technology points. And once I get the succession laws, I actually hope this guy dies relatively quickly so I can invite them back in, because you don't have success as a country if you kick out certain groups of people. I also need to be really careful that people don't think this is an anti-Semitic stream. It's not my fault that this is the only culture that you can expel from your kingdom. Burn the traitor that and draw and quarter him. But the traitor's my son. Managing a large staff of servants in your castle is in many ways like managing a small realm. There are many duties to be performed, and getting things to run smoothly is a true challenge. You have spent some time reorganizing your own household, and your stewardship has improved. Remember, breakfast is served at 8. 1 stewardship. Alright, so I have an unlanded son. There's not really a good way for me to deal with this without conquering a territory or revoking a title. I don't want to revoke a title just because I still need to keep people on my side to change the laws. Alright, still says I haven't reigned long enough. 14th of August, so let's see what happens in a few days. Okay, it's now the 15th of August. Let's see what excuse it gives me now. Still haven't reigned for 10 years. Of course, why not? And apparently one of my English vassals doesn't like me. So I'm going to make a guess. Maybe one of the people who's more experienced with Crusader Kings can tell me this. Perhaps it is because I founded the Empire of Britannia, which means that I would need to wait until, I guess, 1099 after I founded it. 1089. Yeah, so there's a side of me that's kind of frightened that by creating Britannia, I delayed the date at which I could implement the succession laws that I wanted. I guess it gives me a chance to suck up to some of my vassals, though. 10 years as Britannia. Oh, God. Okay, 1 more year. The 62-year-old can still hold out. He doesn't have any negative health traits. He's been a pilgrim. He's been a crusader. He's got a young wife to keep him company. He's got everything to live for. Let's hold a feast. And also let's find out what English vassal doesn't like me. Oh, there's a few. The Duke of Mercia is the worst one, though. But I gave him his title. Okay, I think the best thing for me to do first is give him a gift. 51 bucks to gain 34 opinion. Let's grant him an honorary title. Make him seneschal. And what is my counselor currently doing? Actually, it doesn't matter. Let's he's kind of in a priority right now. Smallpox is broken out in Devon. Oh, so a son was born to Emperor Senfis of Britannia and Empress Richera of Britannia. Just because I am looking to finish off this particular generation, I'm going to take absolute control. I'm just going to go with a default name. We'll go back to getting the stream to pick the name once I'm not under a bit of time pressure. He is my chancellor. Hey, bro, can you go talk to yourself about what a sweet bro I am? Yeah, and he can improve relations with himself. I don't think it's the same guy, though, is it? Oh, yeah, no, it is the Duke of Moray. What am I saying? All right, no feast is complete without boar meat. Who will get the prestigious task of hunting and slaying the boars needed for the feast? I will send out my son. I've done that 3 times. I'm amazed that my son has not gotten wounded. The best part about preparing a feast is deciding what foodstuff to serve. I must purchase venison, boar, duck, spices, wine, and ale, honey for the desserts, cheeses, and perhaps even a swan or a peacock. I will spend lavishly on food, spend 20 gold, and gain 10 prestige. Sit in the corner and think about how awesome I am. It's exactly what I'd tell my chancellor. My liege, I believe one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with conspiratorial factions if the proper leverage is obtained. How do you wish to proceed? Ask politely. Most of the preparations for the feast have been made. Now I only have to send out the invitations. Dear Emperor Senfus, I thank you for your invitation, but I will not be able to attend your feast. In fact, I refuse to set foot in the same castle as you. Well, I don't like you either. All right, same message from my sons aren't coming to my feast. And my chancellor. Apparently he didn't sit in the corner and think about how cool I am enough. Okay, January 1099. Let's make sure I don't screw up this chance to change the succession laws. And the game is spending a lot of time loading. I hope that doesn't mean... Okay, good. I thought it was calculating my death. Okay, so I made Britannia on the 10th of July. Moray, Albany. Is Albany in... No, that's Scotland. What am I saying? I should have known that. Mercia still doesn't like me. What about Lothian? No, Scotland. Okay, I'll just give him another title. Oh hell, I'll make him designated regent. Fine. Honored Emperor, do not speak to me of my obligations and duties. I may be your vassal, but that does not make me your slave. I am within my full right to associate with whichever faction I wish. That little... I hate my son. Okay, so my English subjects like me. Now I just need to survive until July. Watch he dies on the 9th of July, or worse, becomes infirm. Oh, guys, don't even say that. The guests have finally arrived. All is ready. The cooks have worked day and night preparing the food, and the castle has never looked lovelier. Welcome to my feast. Steward Duke Michael noticed that Duke Petra III had drunk too much wine and tried to dissuade him to drink any more when Duke Petra III threw up on Duke Michael's shoes. I'm going to blame every single one of you if my king becomes infirm. Not even king, my emperor becomes infirm on the 9th of July. I thought the food was superb, the wine mediocre, and the dancers beautiful. Some of the more inebriated guests joined the dancers in a quadrille. I think I will join them too. Dancing at 63. Some of my guests did not seem satisfied with the food, but I would never have thought one of them would have complained out loud. Bishop Bjornred said a lot of nasty stuff about the food, and I couldn't help but feel irritated. If you don't have something nice to say, shut up. Mayor Cuthbert cut the throat of one of my servants when the clumsy man spilled wine over his garb. Imprison Mayor Cuthbert. I mean, yeah. The mayor doesn't really get any say in terms of the affairs of the realm anyway, so. And I can do something completely unjust. Alright, same deal, thought the food was superb, blah blah blah. Joined the dancers, gained 15 prestige. The last of the guests have returned home, and everyone agreed that this was the year's greatest feast. I had fun, and so did everybody else. Alright, so now that nobody's watching, I'll just ransom the mayor. He'll give me 25 gold to get out. Still got some factions showing up, but it looks like none of them are more than 20% of my total troop strength. Okay, March, getting closer. Oh, I still have vassals who don't like me, though. What is it with the... Why does the Duke of Mercia always wind up disliking me? Can't send him a gift. I mean, I just need my... Jesus Christ, I'm relying on my chancellor to get this opinion up. That's scary. I'd be tempted to try and revoke the title from him, except for the fact that he's in my bloodline, so I actually wanted to keep him there. He wants a count. Yeah, actually, you know what? Giving him a county would be a way of solving that. Renewed jihad. The unthinkable has happened. The holy city of Mecca has fallen to infidels, and the Kaaba is even now being defiled by their very presence. His Magnificence, Caliph Murad, has declared that an era of renewed jihad is upon the world. The holy city must be retaken at all costs. All righteous Muslim men should prepare to join the ranks of the Mujahideen for the upcoming struggles. The signals of renewed era of Islamic expansion. Disturbing news. The Bektashi order, a Sufi sect of dervishes, has arisen under the leadership of a certain Haji Baktash Wali, a mystic from the Khorasan. Striving for unity of being, the Bektashis train the soul through meditation and contemplation of the inner meaning of the Quran. The Bektashi order is warlike and especially popular amongst Sunni Muslim soldiers. The order has sworn to protect Islam and combat infidels and polytheists of all kinds. Mystic soldiers? Pah! Okay, so he wants Warwick, which I probably don't have. Oh, yes I do. He wants my capital. I mean, I'll wait until we're at July, but I think it's worth giving it to him if it means that I get the... Wait a minute. My chancellor isn't working on this guy. Oh, damn it. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to give him that title. I'll wait till the bitter end, though. I'm going to wait until I know for sure I'm going to get the seniority succession in. The plot power against him? I think I'd actually have to attempt an assassination on him to find out, but I'm not comfortable trying to... Well, you make an interesting point. So first of all, his heir has a great opinion of me. But apparently I don't have any valid plots against him. Okay, so I can't assassinate him. That's fine, I'll just give... I mean, ultimately what that's going to do, it's going to reduce my domain size to the 6 realms that I should have anyway. So that's going to help the next guy. Oh, it's July 4th. Game's loading. Am I dying? Nope. Okay, July 9th. I guess I'm giving the guy a county. Let me just make sure it's the right one. He wants Warwick. Cannot give away the capital county after moving the capital. Of course I can't. That would be too easy. Can't send him a gift. Can't assassinate him. What if I give him a vassal? The mayor of Stafford? Nope, that's just 20 opinion. You know what? I'm just going to give him any old piece of land. Chester? Yeah, you know what? I'll just give him Chester and I'll revoke it after the fact. Why can't I change this now? has reigned for at least 10 years. This is ridiculous. So literally every single title that I hold, I have held for more than 10 years now. I really should have checked that before I gave away the title too. Oh, thank God, we can do it. Okay. Say hello to seniority succession, England. Revoke Chester. Oh, nope, can't do that. Why not? Oh, I can't revoke it before the 9th of July. Okay, so I need to wait a year. All right. Well, we got what we wanted. Yeah, that's a good point. I probably could have given him a couple of kids. Like, I've got 4 right now that I could have let him raise. That's fine. I mean, I'll just take the county back. My plan now, seeing as I more or less have total control over the island, is to start stripping nobles of their titles and giving them to family members. So now that I have... Basically, I've united the succession laws of the kingdoms of Britannia right now so that all of them are seniority. The ideal of seniority here is that each of the rulers are going to have relatively brief lives so they can do awful stuff like expel the Jewry or take titles in tyrannical ways and basically be able to shape the realm the way that I want it. So let's not waste any time. Let's find some dukes that hate me and take away their titles. So we've got the Duke of the Isles. Actually, let's look at people who have factions against me. Lower Crown Authority in Scotland. It's all people of my bloodline who are... Okay, Duchy of Man. Let's just make sure... Yeah, he's got 2,000 troops, so I'm not too worried about that. So let's revoke... He's got a few, actually. He's got the Duchy of Man, Duchy of Cornwall, Duchy of Strathearn. Oh, sorry, that's County of Strathearn. Maybe Cornwall's better. We'll go for Man. And I'm just going to raise my army in advance, because I have a feeling he's not going to react well to the news that I want his titles. Oh, he humbly accepts my decision to revoke the Duchy of Man, even though it grieves him deeply. Cool. Stand down, men. So, what son? Okay, preach Sieghelm. Oh, you know what? I didn't take the land to go with it, though. I wonder if I can still give it to him. Grant landed title. Nope, so I gotta take... Alright, well, that should be fine. So revoke title, Duchy of... County of the Isle of Man. The succession is dead, long live the succession, yeah. So I kind of need to be careful about this, because you can definitely go overboard as far as these things, and I definitely don't want to have a faction be strengthened. But the idea here is I'm going to counterbalance the factions and the armies that they'll be able to raise with the fact that the people who get these holdings are going to be really happy with me. So my guy is in the 60s. If you're going to go full tyrant, now's the time to do it. Yeah, I am going full tyrant. Actually, this guy's a bit of a pushover. So he basically accepted that we were kicking him out of the Isle of Man, so let's just keep going for it. Let's revoke Cornwall from him. He'll absolutely accept that. Great. Yeah, so I've just got 100 factions coming after me. Apparently 50 Shades broke the record for the fastest selling R-rated movie. That doesn't surprise me at all, but I'm completely uninterested in seeing it. Okay, so let's get rid of Devon first. This guy might rise up in Revolution, though. Which is fine, because then I'll just take his duchy from him. Yep, he accepted, so... So there's a faction going for Gavelkind succession now. Actually, lower crown authority in Scotland's becoming a credible threat. Okay, so the Duchy of Cornwall. I guess Stormageddon is getting the Duchy of Cornwall. What DLC and modes am I using? I am currently using the basically all of the DLC except for Charlemagne and Way of Life, and then it's Iron Man mode. Oh, mods. I don't have any mods enabled. I'm actually relatively new to Crusader Kings, so of all the mods I'd like to try, I'd definitely be interested in the Game of Thrones one, but I understand you need to make some changes to your game to do that. Okay, well, I'm getting away with murder here, so let's just take a look at who's supporting the faction. Ninen of Galloway. Torquil of the Isles. Basically want the strongest one. Arthur II of Albany, so it's... Duchy of Albany. There's a lot in Albany, but let's go for it. Revoke the Duchy of Albany. Yeah, you're sad that you lost it. Don't care. Church wants to seem to organize a miracle play for the local saint in our domain. They seem to feel that it should fall on our shoulders to pay for it. It is for the glory of God, lose 3298 gold and gain 10 piety. And if the church wants it, the church pays for it. Well, I'll pay for it. Should probably get kids betrothed before giving them land. Oh, that's a good point. Well, I'm enjoying this whole tyrant thing, so... Oh, this guy who hates me. Well, you know what? He's shown that he's not worthy of it, so... All right, dear father, may your years be short and miserable. I will not allow you to steal my titles without a fight. You are no longer my liege lord. Now we're cooking. Actually, I'm going to get rid of all of these troops because I have a feeling they're going to die to the rebels. Alright, so the kids that I just gave titles to. Elfric of the British Revolt. Oh, well, screw him. Okay, married. Married. Arranged betrothal. Oh, I can't. That's right. Well, my fault. Yeah, you can't believe that. I couldn't believe they're all just taking it either. We're not trying to kill our son, but our son is currently in rebellion against me because I have become a tyrant and I'm basically stripping every single noble of their titles and giving them to my family. Again, he's 64 years old. We're going full tyrant. Oh! I lost a fight somewhere. I should be paying attention. I also got to be careful that these things aren't getting too strong. Basically, what I've been doing is when people join these factions, I look for the ones who are not in my bloodline and strip them of their titles. Wilf Carling? Yeah, sure, we'll join your fight. I just won't give you any troops. You know what? This force is big enough. Yeah, so I don't plan on killing the guy at all. I am going to imprison him. And if he has any other titles, the fact that he took up arms against me means I'll be able to strip him of any other titles that I did already take. So it can definitely be a strategy to try and provoke people into a fight as long as you think you can win it. They'll paint you as a villain, but you're the hero this family line needs. Alright, we've got a daughter we can marry off, so I'm not going to marry her to Stormageddon. So no alliances that can come out of this, but yeah, why not? It's a betrothal, but gets her out of the house. Okay, so I definitely pushed too far. And lower crown... Actually, it's 2 lower crown authority groups. So I think the way I'm going to handle this one is just look for common nobles, and they'll be the next one that I strip the title from. 10,000 men is actually pretty scary for me, especially because I'm going to lose some of them from... Senfis Rose, the tyrant, is now known as the Mary. So I think what I'm going to do is, once I deal with this rebellion, I'm going to start picking apart these factions by taking out their titles. And I'm just going to have a standing army of my full force. I also have 700 gold, so I can hire mercenaries if they become too troublesome. But I think the best thing to do is just keep a united force and be able to take on any faction that decides to make a move. I don't feel too well. Something is wrong with me. I am burning up with fever. My nose is running, and my head feels as if someone is banging something hard against it. Please kill me. I've pretty much abandoned taking out any plots too. Okay, betrothed can marry. Oops. I just minimized the game. I hope that doesn't... I hope that doesn't interrupt the broadcast. All right. So I just gave the guy... his successor has just got a massive mess to deal with. How strong are the factions? Yeah, they're pretty much full force. So this is where I will end. My plan was to end the playthrough here, well, for tonight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crush this rebellion, raise the troop. I'm going to crush the rebellion, give away this duchy, and... oh, actually, I should also restore the Jewry. Welcome the Jews. Jews have been banned from your realm for some time, but strangely this seems to have had no effect on the many malaises that they were thought to be responsible for, such as famines and diseases. By now, most Jews seem to have forgiven your offenses, and you have decided to welcome them back with open arms. Mistakes were made. Let us not dwell on them. Gain 50 prestige. So the important thing here is that you lose, I think, 100 prestige when you expel the Jewry. You only get 50 back for returning them. So it is a net loss of 50 prestige. But the family is currently sitting on 37,000 prestige. So I'm not too worried about that. Let's crush this rebellion, and then we'll talk about where we go for the next step, and then we'll wrap up the stream. I definitely have somebody in mind who I'd like to host, so I'd get you guys to stick around for a little bit, see if it's something that you're interested in. Oh, actually, looks like they're just wrapping up, so maybe I'll do a little bit more. I was originally just going to do it specifically because I wanted to host them, but perhaps I'll go on to the second game I was going to do tonight. We'll see. Okay, so factions are disbanding, which is good. Yeah, they're all definitely weakened, so it's still a mess that this guy's inheriting, but we can talk a little bit about the strategy next turn and decide where we're going. Seriously? I haven't crushed the rebellion? Okay, well, fair enough. Looks like Suffolk just got its independence. Let's see if we can offer vassalization. Oh, he's at war. He's at war with my territory, so perhaps I won't need to offer vassalization. Sometimes it's good to be the king. So yeah, I mean, that's actually not a bad... I was going to say, I was a little annoyed that the guy decided to die halfway through the war, but it's actually probably just as well to get a bit of a litmus test in terms of how strong the factions are going to be when you go full tyrant. I mean, none of these are really credible threats right now, right? The worst one is Lower Crown Authority in Scotland, which, I mean, it's still almost 10,000 men, but I'm not that scared of it. Especially because I know I'm probably going to be able to use some diplomacy to get them in line, and they're going to like me more once I reduce the size of my domain anyway. Alright. Yeah, so there's different, like, there's groups being founded, there's groups falling apart, but let's offer peace. We'll enforce the demands. And we'll revoke his title. Because he's a traitor, nobody cares. Alright. So I don't have any kids to give this to yet, but I should have a brother at least. Or the previous guy should have a brother. Yeah, my brother's dead. Sister... It's always so hard to find the members of the family I was gonna give this stuff to. Oh, right, we were gonna move the capital back to Westmoreland. That'll deal with some of the economy problems. I don't know if you'll get positive opinion for putting this rebellion too. That's a good point, actually. I think that deals with revolts, but... Oh, you know what? I definitely want my chaplain dealing with Durham. I've removed all these people from their positions just because when I play the game next time around, I want a complete clean slate. I'm going to need to come up with a very clear idea of what I want to do the next few turns. Oh, good. I can find this guy's brothers. So, Christopher of Britannia. So we will arrange a betrothal to... Do you have an Italian? Well, he's 3 years old, so we need to find somebody a little bit more... Courtier and Moray. I think there's a... Yeah, there'll be a prestige loss there. This is tricky. I guess the Princess of Hungary? I mean, there's still a 3-year difference between the two, but that's okay. And we will grant him the landed title... What was this again? Duchy of Albany. Cool. Oh god, I didn't get... Oh, Jesus! To the level-headed Emperor Leopold, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. I reject your insulting suggestion. So the betrothal never actually happened, and I don't believe I can marry this guy off anymore. Well, aren't I clever? Alright, so first thing we should do, this guy inherited a mess, but the previous guy, when we last checked, what was his... So the prestige of the House of Rose was 1010 when we last checked. Even given the tyranny, we're now at 1338. I would suspect that's actually because of the tyranny. We've definitely added more holdings to the family members. We still have quite a bit to do. So, I mean, Dorset isn't in our hands. There's a lot of people in our realm. Actually, I think the... Oh, wait, no, that screen doesn't show. There's a lot of stuff in this area that we're going to need to seize in the name of the House of Rose. I also think that this is not the character to do this with. I actually have a suspicion that every time I want to go Tyrant, I am going to need probably about 2 generations worth of work to repair the damage. For instance, we want to put free investiture in Britannia. I'm not even going to consider changing anything for the Kingdom of England. Like anything like primogeniture succession or anything like that. So actually what we can start off with, I don't want to do too much of this round, but I know we're going to do this for sure. So England, free investiture. Scotland, free investiture. And for Britannia, I don't think I want to change investiture right away. I think centralization will be a little bit better to go for. And the main reason for that is I want my domain to be as large as possible, so I can maybe add some more territory to my holdings. I definitely have enough space for more vassals, so I'm not too worried about that. Now, I don't think a lot of this has a very credible chance of going through. Obviously, I need 77 support. Actually, let's just tick this by a couple more turns to see. So we have... free investiture for England and Scotland. So those are the ones that are more likely to go through. Actually, that's got some pretty healthy support. Not so sure about centralization, but we'll see what happens. So I think the first thing that we should do with this guy is make sure that the laws of the realm are where we want them to be, or at least as far as he can get with the relationship managing. I think the next thing that we would want to do is turn our... It's only really a problem if they marry a duchess with tons of territory and start an independence faction together. Yeah. Um, I mean, I've never actually had it happen. It's why I tend to get really careless about it, but it's a good point. And I mean, I've had such good luck on this run so far. I don't want it to lose because, I have some, weird technicality that I didn't think of. It looks like one of my vassals is actually going to take Suffolk for me. So I think while we are working on changing the laws of the realm to sort of shape what I want. Oh, we didn't take this from this guy? Huh, funny. Basically, the second priority while we're working on the laws is to slowly take as much of Ireland as we can. I think we basically get free casus belli because of the... Yeah, this is fantastic, actually. We get the free casus belli because of the Empire. So we can sort of... And, I mean, it's also wonderful that it's so fragmented. So Maid is... Well, even then, I can probably just claim the... Oh, I can't claim it. Drat. I thought it was going to be easy. And I could just claim the duchy. But whatever the case, we can definitely carve up Ireland. We've got at least 3 different groups. Actually... Looks like it's 5. There's 5 independent rulers that we can declare war on, and all with relatively close borders. So we'd probably take Tiragoin first, then Oriel, Dublin. Yep, Dublin is separate, so we take Dublin. Then go to Lagan, Orsi. I can't pronounce any of these names. But yeah, it looks like we're actually going to be able to get a lot from Ireland just on its own. We definitely need to make sure that we deal with the factions, because once, our military force is what now? 15k. So yeah, we're about 20k troops. So when you say that somebody's 60% of our land forces, that's a meaningful number. We can also start repairing the retinue. I suspect that we're probably going to have quite a bit that we can hire. Yeah, I've got a 5k retinue now, so I'll work on that. But yeah, I think we more or less have a game plan in terms of what we're going to do next game, which is, first of all, we're going to conquer as much territory as we can while we try to change the laws. Once this guy starts getting a little bit older, we'll maybe start taking a few different counties and putting them into the house. Once we complete that, I think we'll just start turning our attention north. I don't know if I have... Yeah, these apparently... I don't know if these are supposed to be in the Empire of Britannia, and they just... we lost the de jure claim because they'd been held so long. But in this particular case, we'll just slowly take a casus belli all the way up to Iceland. And once we've secured those territories, we can maybe reevaluate what we want to do. Hispania would be fantastic to conquer just because it's Muslim, and so we have the Holy War. But, I mean, that's poking a hornet's nest. You want to make sure that you're ready for that fight. But, yeah, I think I spent a little bit too much time talking about what we're going to do next game. I'm definitely done for Crusader Kings tonight. What I think I'm going to do... let me just take a minute and see who's online. If I can find somebody good to host, I will cut it here. I did have one other game that I wanted to do. I won't do Shadowrun tonight, but I was thinking I can maybe do half an hour and an hour of one more of the game that I was planning. It'll probably be a fast one, but oh. You know what? It looks like we are... Looks like she's still good to go. Nice. Okay. So, yeah, I'm done for tonight. Now, actually, I also forgot that CPO Williams, you wanted to stream something tonight as well, didn't you? Are you still going to do Evolve? Sorry, guys, we're definitely done for Crusader Kings tonight. I would love it if you hang out for a bit, though, because you'll have 2 options for streaming, I think. What I'll do now, CPO Williams, if you're going to be doing Evolve, please write that in the chat. I'll definitely join you in your channel. My original intention tonight, though, was to host Seriously Clara. Seriously Clara runs Team Panda, which I've just recently joined. This is the second stream that I'll be doing. So, CPO Williams, I'm going to make sure that I add you into my rotation for hosts. I was sort of committed to doing this for Clara, so I will at least host her for as long as she's streaming, and then I'll switch over to you. I'm going to hang out in your channel, but I will say, if you could please give the link in chat, and I'll just say, I think both of these should be a good time. I would encourage you guys to do at least one of them. Ideally, at least give Clara a second so that she can get her viewers, and then you can switch over to CPO Williams, or one way or the other. But if you guys can just hang out for a little bit, it would be wonderful if we can share the love. I, for myself, I'm going to try and do something tomorrow. I'll definitely be back on Monday, and we'll do some Crusader Kings. We'll do some of the mystery game that I was going to plan, and hopefully we get back to Shadowrun. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and I'm going to start the host.